Home suck. There's loud construction work outside, so... Sorry about that. You probably won't be able to hear it in post in the video version. No, you have not. No, you haven't. No. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No, you have not. Opening Homestuck. So last week we left off, Dave is also asleep on this bed. Okay. Why do you have a sword? Why are you... What? Are you killing yourself? Okay. What? What do you mean what? I mean, what are you waiting for? Are you going to stay there? Or are you going to suck it up and assassinate that nice-looking Dave in his sleep? But you know if I'm going to or not. It's lame for you to pretend if there's any element of suspense here. Why don't you just tell me? Oh, I get it. You want to rise to the god tier and become as great as John, while still forfeiting all your decisions and free will to a blind girl in another dimension. Real heroic, Dave, or should I say so cool? Look, I don't mind making the decision if that's what's going on here. Like doing the free will thing. Oh, is that a thing now? Yes, how would it ever stop being a thing? Being a thing's not something it could ever do. It ever stop doing. I just want to know what's really going on here before I decide to start chopping off the heads of outrageously looking snoozing dudes. I told you, you need to die on your quest bed to reach the god tier and Skya with John. I know, but something about this doesn't add up. Who is this guy? I don't remember sleeping on this bed or reaching the god tier. I'm pretty sure that'd be something I remember. So is he from the future? Does this mean later I'm gonna have to put this ugly goddamn suit back on? Which I thought we agreed I'd retire from the wardrobe forever, and then go back in time and sleep in this bed and get killed by me right now? Do I have the stable loop right? Time travel. Nope. Then what? I can tell you, but first, Dave, are you so sure that this is the source of your hesitation? Keeping track of temporal logistics? Why would I be concerned about that? If we make mistakes, then dead Daves start piling up. And dead Daves are the enemy, remember? Says the sword-holding guy who's about to add one to the pile. I'm just saying, if it isn't easy for anyone to face their own death, it isn't easy for anyone to face their own death, even if the consequences to their benefit. Not even any of us managed to do it. Well, except for one. Who? Take a wild guess. Okay, got it. I wonder if this can finally be the conversation that doesn't deteriorate into a lot of bitching and moaning about her. Fine. So if I'm understanding this guy isn't from the future who came back to finish a loop, and he's not from the past because I remember doing this. So this isn't a part of a timeline choreography at all. Must be from an offshoot timeline, which means he's doomed. Where did he fuck up? We didn't. Sorry about this, Dave. It was the best way I could think to show you what this involves. You wouldn't stop bugging me about why you'd never be able to catch up with John. I told you wouldn't be able to face your death, and that wasn't good enough for you, so here you are. What exactly did you do? Remember when you were asking me about this God tier stuff and how John was able to ascend? I told you it would involve dying, and you kept going on about it. So I gave you a choice to find out now or find out later. Yeah, I remember. That seems like a long time ago already. But what was that? More like a day for me chronologically? Yes, but it was only a couple of minutes ago for me. You finally wore me down with all your recent pestering, so I said fine and went back a little earlier on your timeline to kick this off. So this is how we're doing this now. Okay, so you didn't actually give me a choice. You just flipped a coin. Yeah, and I left the decision over the outcome of the flip in your hands. What? Maybe you forgot. I wouldn't blame you since there's been a lot to keep track of. But here's how it went down. You were strutting around in your delicious kiwi 8-ball suit and running your fresh mouth as usual. Derp, yo, Trezzy, sup, gotta beat John. As long as he's got a long hoodie and he does win, how can I get powers too? Oops, red is how I talk, my bad. Oh my god, Dave, this is so decadent. Why didn't you ever tell me how amazing it is to type like this? I almost can't handle it. Okay, stop, that shit is probably like crack to you. I'm not going to stand by and watch you fall prey to your own wild cherry ape shit apocalypse. Okay, so anyway, I'm like, Dave, that's going to involve facing your death, and I'm sorry to break it to you, but I don't think you're ready for that. And then Dave is like, that's so stupid, blah, blah, I'm being difficult, cool, word up. So I say, fine, and I'll show you, but only if you promise to the exact terms of my arrangement, in order to protect the integrity of the timeline, the arrangement being the coin flip thing. Thank God we did that, otherwise we'd be screwed. I probably would have gone back in time and killed my own grandfather. Oh wait, I never had one. Ah, but it was important. You just didn't know what was going on, which was for your own good. And I told you I was going to flip a coin, and before I did, you had to pick a side without telling me, good heads or bad heads. And you were like, hey, sure, Teresi, I'll hella go along with your two-faced thing, whatever that means. Oh, yeah. What does that mean, by the way? What is a two-faced thing? Two-Face is a human Batman villain. He's half ugly and flips coins all the time to make evil decisions. Oh, well, that's kind of disheartening. I sort of thought my coin flipping was a cool and unique thing. It's okay, flipping coins for reasons is still pretty badass, I guess. Why don't you finish your story? Good, bad, go back in time, wait for future, go to sleep, back in time. Right, so the choice you recall is I could show you how to reach the god tier now, or I could show you later, and you had to assign one option to good heads and the other to bad heads. Whatever the result of the flip, you had to promise to do what you committed to beforehand. No cheating and changing your mind or that would fuck it up. Right, exactly. So like I said before, I had no choice. I picked some options and you flipped a coin. Yes, but you're leaving the choice to you was important here. You'll see why if you think about it. Not seeing it. I picked good heads to mean you'd show me now. Bad heads to mean you'd show me later. You said it came up bad heads, and I said, okay, I can wait. And I did for like a day, and now here you are showing me. Did I miss something? Yes, you forgot there was also an offshoot reality in which you made the opposite decision. That was the one where the bad heads meant I would show you right away. Remember, before the flip, I instructed you what to do in that event, to go back in time and await further instruction, and you did. He did, that is. He went back in time, and I told him to find his bed and sleep. Then future Dave would come later and kill him, sending him to the god tier if he so willed. What? If you could find the wherewithal to go through with it. The sleeping Dave is the doomed Dave, the one who didn't wait. Future Dave is you, the one who waited. In your quest, you're the Alpha Dave. He's you. Show him your stabs. Then this is kind of useless, isn't it? I thought you were bringing me back here to finish a stable time loop, not murder a guy you punked who's gonna die regardless. What's the fucking point of giving a doomed version of myself superpowers anyway? Maybe he'll stop being doomed after you kill him. Maybe he'll get the Dave powers and live long and cool life and not be doomed anymore. How would you know unless you take a stab at it? It's just the worst thing when you get morbid. Anyway, maybe, but I kind of doubt that's how it works. Doom means doom, doesn't it? The loopholes are only temporary. Look how Dave's sprite turned out. Rip me, Mr. Orange Creamsicles, may rest in deliciousness. Am I wrong in guessing that? Shouldn't you know Shouldn't you know better than me? Dave, when it comes to time stuff, why would the Seer of Mind know better than the Knight of Time? I don't know. What does being a Seer of Mind actually mean? That's a great question. Maybe if you think about it, you can figure it out yourself. Oh, okay, someone who asked a bunch of dumb riddles. I figured it out already. Yeah, right. Let's not get derailed here. We were talking about a serious issue, and I'm standing over my soon-to-be corpse while holding a fucking sword. Okay, that is fair. You're probably correct about Dune, Mr. Kiwi Suit here. Paradox Space is pretty vicious about punishing those in violation of its plan. Punishing. Sure, it finds a way to annihilate the paths which do not contribute constructively to its own propagation, and it is equally merciless to those who inhabit them, and in particular those who cause them. It appears to have a sense of justice, don't you think? I guess. Well, you asked what I thought, and that's what I think. Now the question remains, now what? I don't know. None of this is making for a very persuasive argument that I should kill Doom me. But he's gonna die anyway. Why not be the one to put him down? At the very least, you can make sure it's a pleasant demise rather than something nastier. See, this shit you're doing now, this is the morbid shit I was talking about. It's not anyway near endearing as you probably think it is, even when you bracket smile after it. Like, okay, you just said something fucked up, but there's a cute face. My heart just fucking melted. Dave, we both know my bracket smiles are irresistible. Okay, yeah, you're right. I got one back over, totally, I think. This whole thing was a ruse, and not even the funny kind that qualify as distractions. I think you got my whole timeline there in front of you, and you know damn well I have no intention of killing this guy ever, and it's just a big game to watch me squirm over weird morality issues while you giggle. Yeah, so? So, I guess, well played. I don't know, just one question, and please drop your fucking justice riddles and be honest. Do I ever meet God to you, like, the right way? Very well, I will stop tormenting you, Dave. No, you don't. But that is not as bad as it sounds. Like I said, none of us made it, except for... Oh, never mind. Vriska, probably, right? It wasn't necessary. We were already breezing through the game at our lower levels. By the time we reached the top of our echelons and mastered our frame motifs, we were completely dominating. Okay, so the third boss was more challenging than we expected, but by then it was too late to go back and do anything about it, and we had an army of literal psychic robots to help us. It all worked out in the end. Why did you think you buy all those frame motifs? Even if you were not quite where John is, you're still a pretty deadly weapon. Okay, then, cool. I guess I can live without wearing a sweet windsock hoodie and making time tornadoes or whatever. I was only bugging you about it because you were being so vague. Yes, I know. I thought it was better to show you what was involved. It's one thing to say, sup sup Tarazi, help me be a god, sup sup sup. But facing it is different. Our race is not exactly uncomfortable with the proximity of death. But it was still a challenge we weren't prepared for. And then Jack killed our dream selves, and I guess we lost that chance for good. Why did this computer turn off? I don't suppose I could talk you into putting him out of his misery based on the result of a coin flip. No, fuck no. Put your fucking death coin away, Jesus. I'm forbidding you from ever flipping that coin again when you're talking to me or thinking about me. Wow, Dave. Fine, wow, Dave. So touchy about a silly little coin. You're overestimating its relevance anyway. In fact, after I flipped it, I didn't even look at its result. What, you didn't? Nope. Dave, why would a blind girl look at a coin she can't even see? It doesn't make sense. That's fucking idiotic. You could smell a dead flea off a dog's balls. Dave, see, this shit you're doing now. When I'm chewing, I'm still reading, by the way. Okay, so your coin flip of death was meaningless. Great to know. Great to know. Is there anything else we need to do here? I sent you all the money. I got the frame motif. I got all the frame motifs. What else is there left besides you jerking me around? Probably time we chill out for a while and I get back in sync with my teammates. Oh, yes, I know. You've got some work to do. I can take a hint and give you some space to do it. Jade is going to need your help in her nice frosted marshmallow planet. I guess that's where I'll go. And if you can find it in your cool kid art to not stay mad at me, feel free to get in touch at any time. I'm not even actually mad. I still don't get what you did. Was the trick even necessary? It sounds like the split off of the result of both possible decisions I could have made, and how to do fuck all with your coin or randomness or luck. Exactly. See? You do get it. Get what? You asked what it means to be the seer of mind. Obviously I don't know. How much of reality do you think I've made is what's in your mind? What? All of it. It's not a riddle, it's a serious question. There's a big difference. If you see what's in your mind clearly and understand the power your thoughts have, then you understand reality while everyone else is running around confused and angry and upset because they think reality is something happening to them rather than they are something making every moment with every thought. How well do you know your mind, Dave? I know biblically it's an obscene NSFW spectacle. I don't know what that means, but it's probably a rude joke. It means my skull is a bucket and my brain's a plump fuck grub. Gross. Dave is gross. But I knew that too. I know your mind better than you. I'm not psychic, but I have the sight seers are meant to have. It was my role to have it. To talk to people and see the tunnels and vortices in their minds, to understand the realities they would create. What are you talking about? For my enemies, I was meant to bring around the inherent retribution flowing from reality made by their own evil thoughts, and for my friends, to protect them from their tendency to underestimate their power, the power their confusion have over their fate, to keep them out of trouble, Dave. Is that what you were doing just now? Maybe I was. You never know. Seers are notorically cryptic in their ways. Yeah, no, fuck. Anyway, it's been fun, Dave. It's been so fun because the more people try to hide, the more they show me. So I guess that's how I know I like you so much. I know some very important things, like, I know that you were onto something when you said luck wasn't involved with the flip. Yeah, because you didn't even look. It was like Schrodinger's fucking coin, and then it turns into Schrodinger's fucking Dave. Ricky Schrodinger? Yeah. Well, yes, that might be true, but even I do know that luck is a very real thing. Fortune is the essence of light, and it shines on those who've mastered it, but I know something more important than this. It's a big secret. Perhaps the most important secret of all. Luck doesn't actually matter. Cool, thanks for telling me. Why the fuck are you dead? Huh? Wait, you're dead already? This is it, Runt. Here's your chance. Kiss her? What? Why? Kiss that girl, you wimp. Oh, for crying out loud. You make me sad, Runt. Stop just shaking my head here. That's it. I gotta stop playing games for girls. You're on your own, Runt. Oh, now you want to kiss me? Little late, don't you think? Why? What the fuck? Save your breath, Paige. I ain't dead just yet. Besides, plenty of time for that for later. Pick me up. Need to get somewhere fast. Are you ready to fly, pupa? What the fuck is happening? Oh, because you need to sleep on your bed. I won't make you do it. This is up to you. Here's your chance. But do so fast, okay? Please don't make me bleed to death slowly. Thief, why not take control? No, this is his decision. I know he can do it. Tavros, hurry up. Kill me. Steal his will. It's what a thief does. End this. Do it, coward. Kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me. DD, switch 4. Oh, this is Diamond's Droog. So, those guys are the ones who are like the renegade ravager and wandering vagabond of the troll session. Take her out. You're making a mess, Junior. Finish her. What are you waiting for? What are you, some kind of wimp? You're not doing it. What? Rise up, thief. Oh, shit! Wait, what does this mean? Why are you a butterfly? What? What is going on? But why, though? Why did killing her do that? I guess it's to get her up the echelon into God mode or whatever, or like God tier or whatever. So you have to be killed on your special bed in order to activate God mode, and this is her God mode. The Windy Boy is dead. The tragedy is overwhelming. All hope is lost. Oh well, time to get out of this tin can. Escape. The door jams. Oh right, the station is out of power. You forgot about that. Of course, you still have your secret treasure, but it will be almost certainly prove to be of no worse use to you in this dilemma whatsoever. It serves no purpose other than to be pretty and to make your hand glowy. Back in the sleeve of your trusty knife it goes. Oh yeah, you forgot. There's another thing you forgot about. You ate that delicious green nuclear rock back in the day. Earlier in the day, even if it feels like more than a year ago. Guess there's nothing to do but to wait it out. You saw an ad? Yeah, I do have ads on this channel. Prepare for imminent windfall. There he goes again, bothering you. He's so impatient. Doesn't he realize how time-consuming it is preparing for the holidays? He's just gonna have to hold the stupid, angry space alien horses. Wait, you almost forgot. It's still April, and nowhere near the holiday season. You guess all this wintry weather tricked you into thinking it was. But wait, that doesn't make sense. Since it never snowed on your island, you were never able to connect it with the holiday season. Boy, are you confused. But you always wanted a white Christmas, and damn it if that is what you're going to have, even though it is April, and even though you're giving all these presents to yourself, and even though Jesus Christ is no longer a relevant figure to account for the annihilation of humanity. Oh, shut up, Carcat. He seems to be angry with a more detailed portrait yet. He's too angry and is forced to look like shit. Maybe later if he can manage to calm down. Shit, let's be Santa. Kringle fucker. Hi, how you doing? We're reading this. Yes, perfect. It is the prettiest tree I've ever seen. I'm going to torrent you another, like, -billion artifact grass. Okay, everything about that makes total sense. Yeah, now draw the conk-suckiest boot you've ever drawn. Okay. Is this conk-sucky enough? It's conk-sucky piece of shit that will ever qualify as a boot. Oh. Is that a slur? What does that mean? Deck the halls, and the night before Christmas, alter the house, not a creature. You've put a lot of thought into this and have some great ideas, but first you'd like to make something practical, something to keep you warm in this chilly weather. You combine with this headband with some sort of fluffy ball you drew. This isn't really working. Also, this pointless thing was absurdly expensive for some reason. Just draw some earmuffs. You simply draw a pair of earmuffs and make them. Combine earmuffs and lunch top. You make a pair of lunch muffers, an easy hand-free computing solution that keep your ears warm and look amazing to boot. Combine Johnny 5 and lunch top. What? Johnny top. Finally, a difficult-to-use, hands-on computing solution that does nothing but roll around of his own accord while talking about his emotions and reading really fast. Finally, combine Iron Man armor and outfit. You decide to cut to the chase and do something that will have indisputably cool results. You go to one of the stairwell rooms and carefully observe the armor while you sketch it. You've secretly wondered whether your grandpa was actually Iron Man in his younger years. It would explain things, including why this armor is here. You make the Iron Lass suit. It's quite stylish, but maybe a bit cumbersome for... she's crafting things! So, in this game, it's hard to explain, but right now, in this game they're inside a video game, right? And in this game, they can, like, craft things by combining different objects together, kind of. So, that's what she's doing right now. Come on, one of Grandpa's beauties and outfit. Just of Eclectica. This is so much better. Combine Rose's crystal ball and magic cue ball. You lost your magic cue ball somewhere in the explosion, so you have to draw it and make sure your Modus knows what you're getting at. You've been dying to see it in action, and you think you're onto something here. Sadly, the Modus in your circle is a boring and useless magic 8-ball. You guess you'll do it anyway. Transparent magic 8-ball. You can now see inside and watch the dark water sloshing around. The predictions seem kind of lame when you can see all the other possibilities tumbling around in there. Kind of makes the fortune feel irrelevant. Through Sooth specs. Now you can see everything, albeit through a dizzying fisheye filter. You make the Junior CompuSooth Spectre Goggles. You can never have too many cool computers. What? Combine Furry Trophy, Lunch Top, and Shirt and Shoes. You grab one of your grandpa's softest trophies and use it to make a really stylish, warm, fuzzy Squiddle jacket. You do the exact thing to your shoes and make a matching pair of Squiddle sneaks. The jackets and shoes are also computers. What? All of the style belongs to you. Combine the Midnight Crew poster and rifle. Girl's best friend. Pew pew pew. Combine Charles Dutton and Squiddle. You're not sure what to do with this, gentlemen, if anything. Oh well, when in doubt, Squiddle it. You make a Duddle. The Duddle is weeding you out a little. You believe you'll keep a due distance from it. Sketch a particle accelerator. You put it out of your mind and try to sketch one of the pieces of equipment from your destroyed room to the best of your recollection. Hopefully it works so you can try making something sweet. Combine rifle, iron last suit, and particle accelerator. Holy shit! It worked. The result is a kick-ass photon cannon. Obviously, you can only wield this weapon with your iron last suit. Or you would if you were able to afford the thing. Dave Turbo torrented you a lot of grist, but you don't have that much. Combine mummy and MC poster and outfit. Dead shuffle dress. While wearing this outfit, you almost feel like you were ripped straight from the animes. Combine green sun bed sheets. Why do you have green sun bed sheets? And girl's best friend. You make the green sun sweet sleeper. How about one more outfit? 3 in the morning dress. It is so fancy, you cannot imagine wearing it on anything other than super special occasions. Not to mention you'll freeze your ass off in this thing. You saw this mecha ghost image you made a while ago by accident. You might as well throw some crazy shit together and see what comes up. You make... What? Johnny 5. God damn it, motherfucker thinks he's alive. He's a tin can. Robots don't have feelings. What? You make the Dutton bubble goggles. You can see into eternity. Forever. Okay, that's enough. Happy April 13th, 2009, everybody! All your computers light up at once and some douchebag starts hassling you. Whoever this douchebag might be. You have to remember to keep most of these computers turned off. This is really chaotic. Welcome to Homestuck! Now that you're done making all that pointless rubbish, I've gone... in typical internet chaos nonsense. Yeah, this is like what birthed internet chaos nonsense. I'm offering you an edge here. I'm in rivalry with the other female. We got the same abstratus, and I don't need anything more. Since I became more powerful than you could ever imagine as a mighty wizard of white science. So you might as well take it and settle your score with that awful witch. But I'm the witch. I mean witch. Yeah, okay, Seer, if you want to be dealing with technicalities. Rose? I do not have a score to settle with Rose. Why would you think that? Well, fuck. I suppose I was guessing it was natural to presume some such relationship between the two of you. Oh, damn. I think you're projecting your own attitude onto others. Just because you tend to hate and/or hit on everyone you meet Doesn't mean everyone else is that way. Ro just sent me a code for a crystal ball. She's my friend, and it's basically the best. You watched Amisis Blue? That's cool. She shared her magic secrets with you. It's probably a trap. I wouldn't trust her. She's a cunning and treacherous sort. Trust me, I know her type. Wait, do you have a thing for her too? Did she reject you or something? You are slinging around such a bloody mess of slander with these accusations. You wouldn't understand anyway. It's already been painfully established you people can't get your shallow think pans under the majesty of our quadrants. And if you must know, things between us were getting pretty bellicose, and I'm pretty sure she was waxing as obsidian for me as a human got it in him to do. What? If not for the interdimensional divide keeping us apart, I don't doubt our rivalry could be brewing outright pitch. Oh, that's cool. All of this fraudulent magic cannot come to pose as a threat to my truest science. And with my empiricist wands, I serve as a righteous hope that will incinerate delusion and the deluded alike. My holy fire is the white fury from the wrath-weary eyes of 1,000 non-fictional angels. So when they're finished weeping, they will bow before their prince. Wow, what are you talking about? So you really should be honored to inherit my old calling, both my armaments and my feud. It'll be witch against witch. A real one versus an imposter. Faker one dies. Hey, look at that. Time for me to get going. Oh, will you just take the fucking gun already? No, I don't want it. It's a way more powerful weapon than any of that crap you made. It's a legendary relic without equal. More like a legendary piece of shit. You're being needlessly fucking stubborn about this. I'm doing you a fucking favor here. Yes, but I don't like you very much, and I feel really icky about accepting a present from you. If you accept this, this is the last I'll ever you be bothering about anything, okay? That's the code. Oh. Make this legendary piece of shit. Ahab's crosshairs. Ah. I've seen this before. How's that possible? It's a one-of-a-kind weapon plundered from an Alternian ghost ship. I'm pretty sure it's the same rifle included with John's present, but bigger, of course. Probably a cheap imitation of the original. Like that one there kind of is. So there's your answer, Sable Loops Ahoy. Now, enjoy the utter fucking domination it affords. Yes, but I did not provide the weapons. My pen pal did. Who's that? The guy who helps me build the present. We worked on it together, but he supplied the bunniest weapon. I'm pretty sure he's from the future, because he said he's my grandson. Please don't tell me I told you about him. Settle down, Jade. You're radically underestimating the amount of shit I give about this. I'll have you know this is the last time I'm planning on talking to any human. I got bigger ships to sink, and soon when I'm getting ready, me and my luminous fucking science sticker have a date with Jack Noir. And no, not that kind of date! Give a little fucking credit. Wow, okay, I wasn't gonna say anything. Why is this matter so hush-hush anyway? He didn't want me to tell my friends who he really was. I guess maybe he was concerned about upsetting the timeline. I don't know. Alright, bye! Maybe. I've wondered about that, assuming he's right. He was so nice, and he really did feel like I was talking to family. I tried to imagine his grandfather. I still wonder who it could be, though at this point the options are pretty limited. Okay, I think I'm starting to feel ill talking about things making me fathom pig wigglers coming out of your own personal torso. So change the fucking subject. That gun I just gave you is something of a hatchright to the kid. Happy I could play a role in your dirty, stinking lineage. Like an heirloom? I guess it could be. Do you even have those? If you don't have parents, how could you? No, we don't know our direct forebears, and I'm pretty sure any attempt to seek out or even inquire the supplier of your genes would be a fine way to get yourself killed. But we've all got our lore, and it says we've all got individual ancestors who contribute most to our genes above and beyond what the grubs do. Oh, shut up. Anyway, a lot of us believe that we were meant to trace footsteps of those ancestors, even though we can never know them. And on that journey, we come across belongings they once had. We were once hatched to find them and finish their work. I kind of think that's why I found the gun in the first place. But now I'm forsaking it because fuck, I just found a better destiny than my old crappy one, which I never got any appreciation for anyway. Then maybe that is how this heirloom should work. Well, I don't want to use it, so I'll just dump it outside the house with the trash, and if it is fated to find my pen pal one day, then so be it. God damn it, it's like you people go out of your way to think of how to disrespect me. Maybe you should have been nicer to me. In any case, I appreciate the spirit in which the gift was given, so this is what I will do. Fine, fuck, what do I care? Fuck it, what do I care? This has been a completely flipping useless exchange, as have they all been through species. And for the record, even though I said that stuff is about being fated to find my gun, fate isn't real. Now go and be cleansed about the life of truth, poetry, non-fakeness, hope, and above all, science. Throw it into the trash. Okay. What? Is that the green sun? Hi. Hi? I guess I should say something before I go. I'm right glubbing here, like 2 feet away from you. If you want to say something to me, why don't you just turn to your left and say it? Isn't it bad enough that you've hardly said 2 lousy words to me? This is hard for me. How's it hard? You're a tin can. Robots don't have feelings. No, that's not true. Then what is true about it? Sorry about everything, all the bad luck you had. You don't deserve it. You didn't deserve it. I have to go now. Where are you going? I'm not sure. Cool, I guess? Wait, that's it? Wait, you mean for good? Will I see you again? I don't know that either, but if you do, probably not with your eyes. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I think you'll be okay with it, though. I wish I could somehow make that emoticon smile. No, that looks stupid. Oh well. Aww. Wait. Bye! Come on, buddy, turn that O-O into an O-U-O. Wait, no, that looks stupid. Oh well. Doomed Dave, wake up. Pester Terezi. Well, that was apparently pointless. Hello? Terezi? What's up? Oh shit, hi! Did you just kill Jack Noir? Poke. Doof. Abscond. Employ junior Compusuth Spectre goggles. These things cost a fortune to make. They better do something awesome, and they do. And it turns out they do. The sophisticated computing technology merged with the crystal ball provides a simple way to see anything going on in the Sinisphere. As the Witch of Space, you figure it's about time you got acquainted with the full breadth of your domain, which is to say, physical locations. You wonder why he's not answering your message. Does he have a computer on him? View Rose. There she is. What is she doing on the lava planet? She seems awfully preoccupied when you spoke to her moments ago and you gave you the code for the crystal ball. You wonder who she could be talking to. According to the Sinisphere, there are currently 13 Daves scattered around the Sinisphere, including Daysray. That is a preposterous amount of Daves. Daysray is the one prototyped by his future self that John was telling you about. Dave sure is a clever guy. Might as well have a look. The goggles zero in on a pendant which is covered in blood. Oh no, it seems that Dave is no longer too cool to have any dead family members. This is so sad. Hang on, the Dave count suddenly dropped from 13 to 12. Maybe one of them time traveled away? You hope you don't mean what you think it. Oh shit. That Dave died. Pester a Dave. Dave, any Dave out there, listen up. This is a Dave, what's up? Dave, I just saw you. You were dead. You were in a green suit and covered in blood. Oh god, it's terrible. If that was a future Dave, you have to make sure that doesn't happen. Oh. It wasn't a future Dave. He was from a while ago. Sorry you had to see that, but don't worry. He was just a doomed Dave. No big deal, really. I was swindled into splitting time pass along the way, and that guy got the dead end of the stick. I'll be fine. Okay, I'm still not sure I get this, but I guess I'm relieved. Yes, you are. Go ahead and be relieved. Phew, there I just was. Nice. How did that poor Dave die? Was it Jack? Yeah, he's pretty much the guy in charge of random teleportation murders right about now. What about your, I don't know if you know about this. What, my bro? Yeah, Jack killed him too. Is that something you want to talk about? Not much to talk about. This is some pretty serious existence threatening shit going down, and some people are going to die, I guess. Even crazy hard dudes like my bro slash weird covert biological ghost dad. Ghost dad? Yeah, Rose's too. I thought John filled you in on the ectobiology stuff. Oh, yes, he mentioned something about it. I guess he didn't realize its full implications, but time was short when we talked. Bottom line is, we're all related slime-wise, except you and me and him as Rose payways, respectively. Makes the shipping chart pretty simple. Hang on while I dig up that piece of shit Carcat made. Where the fuck did that thing go? Never mind. Just imagine something ugly made by a jackass. Ugh, I forgot I still have to get back to him. It's like a big unpleasant chore hanging over my head. Anyway, Dave, I'm really sorry about your bro slash dad. You were pretty close with him, right? Like honor among thieves or something. Let's call it camaraderie. But I thought about taking a sword when I was there, but I couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to pull it out. It was too weird. We have to stop him. Jack, you shouldn't get away with this. Why don't you stop jumping around through time like a maniac and stop being like 100 days all the time and come to my house so we can make a plan to kill him? Well, I'd like to, but I'm still trapped in the chronologistics of this fucking one-man ballet. There are loops outstanding, and if I step out of line, you get to see more bloody Daves. I'm getting pretty sick of it, but I think it'll be over soon. Then I'll break out and ride linear the rest of the way, I think. Once it's time to put your endgame in motion, then you're on your own for a while. Till then, you're on your own for a while. Besides, we can't beat him. Look what he did to my bro and Dave's fight together. I'm at the top of my echelon ladder with all the frame motifs, and I stand no chance. John's even better than that, even though he doesn't know about it, and he stands no chance either. The only thing we can do is hold out until the scratch. What is the scratch? I guess I really shouldn't say, since you sort of lead the way into making that plan. Really? Yeah, well, suffice to say, if we can't beat him, all we can do is exile him to a place where he can't teleport back. The Trolls World. So, we're the one who exile him to the Trolls World and ruins their ending for them. Was that like a hint about what I'm supposed to do? A crazy suicide mission does not sound like the ideal solution to me. Are you sure we can't beat him? I don't know if we should rule it out. Well, you're about to do what I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell you not to. I'm going to do the bullshit troll thing and tell you what you're going to do, and then just dare you not to. Well, knowing damn well you will anyway. So I'll say what's next is up to you, and if later if you want to talk about it, I'm here. You don't know what you're about to do, but you've got to do something. You can't sit by and let that monster teleport murder all people all day. And frankly, the suicide plan Dave mentioned just sounds just plain stupid. There must be a better way. Think, imagination. You suddenly remember the idea your awkward fairy god troll proposed. Maybe you're too hard on him. He was just trying to be nice, and it was an honest mistake when he slaughtered your grandfather Ghost Dad with his own childhood flintlock pistol. Maybe you should give his plan another chance. Hey Tavros, I was thinking about your plan, about communing with my Lucius. Maybe it's not a bad idea. Are you there? I guess you're off doing something else. Oh well, hope you're doing okay. Talk to you later. You don't think you can afford to wait around for him. This leaves the only other plan you can think of. One last resort. You think it's for the best this way anyway. Who better to trust for the job? You prepare a delicious meal to soften your loyal Lucius, dog. Huh? Wait! So Andrew Husty is canon to this. So Andrew Hussey being part of this is canon. Beckrell comes quickly at the promise of an irradiated steak. He's such a good boy and truly the best friend a girl could ask for. You're sure gonna miss him. What? Oh? You turned your dream self into a sprite. Hello, Jade, can you talk? Hi. Good, I was getting worried there. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Why would you do that? While a timer counts down with no particular clock stamp claiming for to claim something for to claim it, the most important character in Homestuck fondly regards the miracle of a new beginning. What? Who is this? Drop, bounce, snowball. What? Lord English, reveal yourself. Behold. It's Andrew. Don't actually turn out to be Lord English. What are you, a fucking idiot? Of course I'm not Lord English. How dumb would that even be? Jesus, this code is huge. I'm swimming in this garish piece of shit. Why would anybody fit in such a thing? Why don't we cover this thing up? It would be a real shame to spoil the little moment with all this nonsense. Wait, so is he or is he not Lord English? That's better. Retire to study. I retired to my heavily processed photograph of Andrew Carnegie's study, painstakingly retrieved from a Google image search. Greet Mrs. Paint. Got it? MS Paint. That's the funny. Wait, so is he Lord English or no? Mrs. Paint, you're doing a wonderful job. Also very thoughtful of you to switch the layer mode of your coat of paint to the overlay setting so it would not obscure the details of Mr. Carnegie's lavish room. That Mrs. Paint is one classy, prospering lady. She is the model of grace and beauty. I'm always a bit flustered in her presence, whereas this lady's sack of crap makes me sick to my stomach. Cal, goddammit, we were supposed to dress up all nice for this. It doesn't look like you even touched that nice suit I sewed for you, let alone swap your eyes with those billiard balls and make them alternate rapidly. This insubordination is putting me in a foul mood. It's bad enough that I just had to take Falcor out of the woodshed and blow his brains out after he caught the rabies. What? I got a lot of typing to do. I should probably bust out that shitty drawing on myself so I can type as quickly as possible. Whoops, need the felt duds. Hang on. Awesome, works for me. Begin typing. No, this is not fast enough or jittery enough. Come on, I can do better than that. Let's go, dude. Recap it like you mean it. Oh, finally a recap. After Act 4, we began Act 5, Act 1, also known as Hivebent. We were introduced to the 12 trolls, which resided in another universe. We followed these trolls as they played their own session of Suburb, or Shazam, Sagrub, to completion. A whole bunch of stuff happened along the way. In completing the game, they created a universe home to Earth and our 4 heroes, but they were denied entry into the new universe due to an encounter with an indestructible demon. This demon was the 4-type prototype Jack Noir from the kids session, forced into the troll session due to a space-time rift the kids would later cause, called a scratch. The trolls fled to the Vale, discovered the existence of the kids, and began trolling them. Then Act 2 started. Through a trolling viewport, we see John moments before the scratch is initiated, wearing his god-tier hair of breath suit in the land of heat and clockwork, about to put in motion a plan he and the other kids and the trolls all helped to orchestrate to cause the scratch. This is the first conversation Karkat has ever had with John, and the last John has with Karkat pre-scratch. John proceeds to troll backward through his timeline. John knows increasingly little, while Karkat begins to understand more. From Karkat's perspective, Jack arrives and trolls the gateway to the new universe. Aradia transports all the trolls to the Veil to hide. Her army of doomed duplicates take on Jack. They're all destroyed. The trolls find a computer lab in the Veil and stay there for the most critical moment to occur at 0000. Jack destroys Prospect at 6:12. Before this, Kanaya chainsawed off Tavro's legs to replace them with robotic legs supplied by Ecrius. At the sight of this, Karkat faints, and for the first time, his dream self wakes up on Prospect. He is awake for only a moment before he sees Jack, and finally recognizes him as Jack Noir, rather than the heretofore unidentified demon. Jack then kills him and all the other Prospect dreamers in the process of destroying the planet. Karkat remains asleep for an hour until 5:12 before the critical moment, exactly halfway through the countdown. While sleeping in post-dream death, he dreams of horror terrors in the furthest ring, an experience anyone will have is sleeping after dream death. Okay. On waking up, he orders everyone not to sleep. He also wakes up to news that the humans were discovered. Neither of the trolls understand the significance of the humans right away. They were discovered when Terezi was wired 413 boon bonds from Dave on her further instruction. She urges Karkat to take a closer look at them. He deems them as irrelevant. It's not later until he makes the connection between Jack Noir and the kid session and the one hunting them down, therefore placing at fault of the current predicament. He then conceived of the plan to troll the humans as a futile form of payback, to urge his team to follow suit with a compelling speech. He isolates John as the primary target of his hatred after watching him grow up. He assured John is fated to be his cosmesis, a romantic partner specific to troll culture centered around rivalry and loathing. In his first conversation with John in the airsuit on Lohak, he professes these feelings clumsily. John cannot reciprocate. These awkward exchange causes Karkat to trap himself in continuing backward on John's timeline, and trolling continues in reverse until John's first conversation with Karkat. By then, Karkat has explained many things to John along his journey, things about the game, about his role as an ectobiologist, about the shared chief adversary, Jack Noir. In John's first conversation with Karkat, Karkat needs to get in touch with Jade. It's at this point on Karkat's timeline that he's finally understood enough that he must begin making plans with the kids for their mutual benefit. Karkat attempts to get in touch with Jade, who continues to norm him in a particular time frame due to his persistence previous harassments of her in years prior. He leaves a message with her months in the past, asking her to get in touch with her when her robot explodes. Her robot later finally does explode when her dream self is killed in the impact of Prospect's moon on the battlefield. When she wakes up, she remembers a message and contacts him, but she contacts him at a point in his timeline when he is not yet interested in hearing from her. He argues with her and is interrupted by his future self in a memo from a time in which he is able to trying to contact her. He and his future self argue, and Jade mediates between the two and becomes angry and frustrated and ceases the correspondence. By this point, the biggest meteor yet is quickly approaching, and she must enter the medium to escape. She requires John's assistance. He must recover the server disk, install it, and rescue her. Okay, so this is starting to make sense. From John's perspective, he sleeps on Bro's rocket board, flying along with the meteor. He lands back on his planet. His dream self had awoken after Dream Jade pushed him to safety from the blast of Prospect's moon. His dream self now exists on the battlefield, awake whenever John sleeps. Liv Tyler. He sees his dad and Rose's mom and runs to meet them, but he wakes up and his dream self disappears. The ring he was carrying falls into a ravine below, later to be recovered by WV before his exile to post-apocalypse Earth. Vriska was responsible for waking him up. Upon discovering John, he takes an interest in his advancement and uses her abilities to help him progress and set up critical events along his timeline. The only effect her abilities have on humans is to wake them up and put them to sleep. In this case, she woke him up so he would be able to receive the server disk about to come out of a parcel Pixis. The disk had been deposited into the pipeline by PM some time ago. She and John continue to converse, and he befriends her, oblivious to the true nature of her schemes. She functions as his patron troll, a troll who is particularly helping, like Terezi is with Dave and Kanaya is with Rose. John returns to the house and installs the server, but not before touching base with Rose, who is committed to cracking open the secrets of the game through dark magic, and Dave, who is from the future, having time traveled extensively over the course of the 24-hour period. John also encounters Nana Spray, who gives him a pendant. She conjures a ghost bed for him and cooks for him with a ghost oven. He floats on his bed high above the Loas while it connects to Jade. Jade returns to her house to find John setting up the equipment. John deploys the alchemitor and lathe in her house and the crux shooter in front of her fireplace. He opens the crux shooter and discovers there are 10 minutes and 25 seconds till impact. He discusses what to prototype with. Yeah, to grow the tumor, which is critical to her plan to destroy the Green Sun. John resolves to prototype with a blue doll, but to deliberately disable Jack. But Vriska puts him to sleep before he can, and then prototypes himself to destroy the meteor. But Beckerel then prototypes himself to destroy the meteor and save Jade. John's ghost bed crashes into an oil ocean below. He loses his computer with the server disk in it and Nana's pendant. He hops to a small island and notices the ocean is on fire on the horizon and the fire is approaching. She talks to Rose, who informs Jade entered while he slept and is safe. He tells him about the quest to recover the tumor and bring it to her. He then talks to Karkat, who is speaking to him for the second time from Karkat's perspective. Karkat explains what exactly the kids did. He blames Jade for prototyping Beck and creating Beck Noir, who is now terrorizing the troll session, while blaming John for allowing it to happen. I'm not going to read this out loud. Turn green to the transformation. Deliberately playing a role in the creation of Beck Noir, wanting to be involved with his rise, just as she plans to be the one to kill him. The outcome could not be changed with different actions. The only consequence of different actions would be an offshoot timeline in which all the participants would be doomed. And then he does the windy thing, puts out the fire. Okay. He reaches the top of the echelon ladder. The only thing left to do is to reach the Gachi, which is done by sleeping on his quest bed. She tells him to ask the locals about it. He does and finds the quest bed beyond the village. He sits in the bed but isn't tired. He agrees to be put to sleep. While he sleeps, Jack Noir finds him and stabs him through the chest, killing him. So John is dead! After the spectacle, there is no change. W believes John has died. He has died. But on the battlefield, his dream self appears. It takes on the signs of the wound inflicted by his real self, on his real self as it rises. His dream self then takes over the real self, with all wounds healed, as fully realized as the... But on Earth, WV has accidentally locked himself in the station, and there's not enough power to unlock it. The only source of power is a lump of uranium which he ate hours ago, so he waits. So, if I understand this correctly, Dream John took control of Real John's body. So, Real John died, and then Dream John took control of Real John's body. What? It serves as a source of power to all the First Guardians. Beck was the Earth's first Guardian, and when he became Prototype, Jack inherited all his powers, which are supplied by the Green Sun. Doc Scratch is the first Guardian of Alternia. Okay. Doc Scratch is a virtually omnipotent being with all the same powers. He's an intelligent host, and therefore also omniscient. His job is to pave the way for Lord English. Lord English can only enter a universe on assess, at which point he travels back in time to the point to assume leadership of his gang of monsters called the Fell. Oh? His machinations, like Scratch, are designed to bring about his own future entrance. Before the Trolls began their ascension, Scratch took measures to pave both the way for English to arrive, as well as to contribute to his own creation. She manipulated Visca into killing Arcadia, who as a ghost became the primary orchestrator of the session. He was also used by Pawn himself, by Terezi, in exacting revenge, causing her... What? So, if I understand correctly, Scratch tells Rose he wishes to die. The destruction of the Green Sun is to their mutual benefit. While she gave the source version of the plan to John, she tells the full plan to Dave. The tumor is a bomb. She will go to sleep, and John will bring it to her dream self. Dave is to go to sleep and listen to the gods, which will tell him how to find the sun. She's to make a map, and Rose will plot a course to destroy the sun in a suicide mission. Ideally, this will negate all of Jack's power, reducing him to mortal status again. Meanwhile, Dave... Okay. Dave experiences about 3 days by looping through time, fulfilling the requirements of various time loops. The objective is to have enough money to be able to wire it to her in the first place, completing the time loop that started it all. The sum of money vastly exceeds that which is typically gathered in a session, and it must be accumulated by manipulating the stock exchange using time travel. They befriend each other, trading comics... Okay. The Scourge Sisters are partaking in a dangerous game with a rivalry-fueled flirtation, which has gone both him and John killed once at least each. Karkat speaks from a time in which he's aware of a plan which might lead the kids and the trolls meeting each other. and does not look forward to the results of the gathering. If these trends continue, John and Dave disregard his advice. If these trends continue, Dave proceeds to the ruins and finds a legendary sword. The sword is critical to his quest. Vriska, he goes to sleep, and Dave Sprite defends him. Before he wakes up, Dave Sprite leaves to find Bro. He does, and joins him in his battle against Jack. Jack transforms into Becknor and defeats both of them. Bro is slain by his own sword, and the body is discovered by Dave later, who can't bring himself to retrieve the sword. Dave wakes up and looks into the sky. For the first time, he takes off his shades, and meanwhile, Jade battles an imp and quickly teleports away. The first of 3 times he sees her in this manner. He sees her again on Low Chase. He then goes to make all the money needed to buy the frame motifs, which are very powerful battle techniques purchased from consorts, and to reach the top of his Esh ladder. But he wanted to know why he would never be able to reach John's level. So Terezi gives him a choice to be decided by a coin flip. He could sign the cup. He would either be shown now or later. The outcome of the flip was a constant. 2 realities were created by his 2 possible decisions. The decision to be shown now creates a doomed reality, while the decision to wait continues the after reality. Doomed Dave follows Terezi's instructions given to him before the flip. He is to go back in time, leaving his doomed timeline, and sleep on the quest bed, and if he has what it takes to reach God tier, he will. Alpha Dave, after waiting some time to go to the bed and find the sleeping Dave, will be instructed to kill him, thus allowing him to face the true gravity of the decision. Dave doesn't go through with it and decides to end his collaboration with Terezi. Later, Doom Dave wakes up and gets out of bed and is immediately killed by Jack. 3:14 before the critical moment, Terezi watches and is upset by her involvement in his death. She runs off deeper into the lab. Dave travels to Jade Planet. While in the snow, he sees Jade fighting an imp, just as he did before in the ruins. He contacts her and mentions she's lost track of John. Dave tells her John's busy, without mentioning that he in the process of rising to God tier. He says that John can no longer be your server player and they'd have to make other plans. So Dave takes control of it. When Jade's dream self is killed, her robot explodes. Beck transports her bed to break her fall. She falls asleep. Now dream dead, she has a dream in a bubble blown by a god in the furthest ring and meets a fairy there. She went to sleep to convince the gods to establish dream bubbles where they can meet while asleep, as long as their dream selves are dead. Oh! So the trolls and the humans can meet each other while asleep. Jack destroys killing her and all the Durst dreamers. She, along with all the trolls and Jade, would then dream in the furthest ring, where she met Jade and attempted to show her that the gods were harmless. But Jade sees through the bubble and catches a glimpse of the gods. She wakes up with a headache, scared of what she saw. The fairy messages her and introduces herself as the one from the dream. Don connects with her and he enters. A green blindfold appears over her eyes, which she cannot remove. She attempts to strike the pinata, which does no damage. Instead, it releases a burst of energy, causing Becca's prototype to become Beck Sprite. Beck Sprite then appears in front of the bullet, redirects it into the head of the pinata, destroying it. Jade, her house, and a large part of the island are all transported into the medium. Jade returns and finds her computer undamaged. She's contacted by her fairy god troll. Tavros seeks permission to commune with Beck again. Vriska mocks Tavros, calling him a coward, unable to do the one real thing. She refers to the incidents preceding her resurrection to the god tier. After she nearly was beaten to death by Aradia, Tavros finds her, believing her to be dead. He attempts to bring her back to life with a kiss, but having woken up on Prospect after the beating, Vriska's dream self is able to control Tavros' mind. She makes him choke himself, simply to prevent the kiss and avoid the standard resurrection process, which would prohibit god tier session. She does not wish to control him completely, intending to leave the following decisions to him to make him stronger. Instead, she merely controls his hand to write messages to himself using her blood. She controls her to take him to her quest cocoon and to kill her on the sacrificial slab before she bleeds to death. He hesitates, and she continues to insist, while her dream self gradually takes on the same wounds inflicted by the real self. He finally flees without killing her. She eventually dies and is resurrected on the battlefield as the Thief of Light. Holding this against him, she berates him for his newfound attitude and regards his plan to influence the kid's timeline as a cheap imitation of her tactics. She brags about the way by practicing her abilities on Jade. She describes ways she's inserted her agenda, tipping off agents to the whereabouts of the Meow codebook and other incidents which contributed to the rise of Jack Noir, so she can claim responsibility for his existence. Tavros became angry and decided to challenge her. She waits for him somewhere in the lab. After the conversation with Tavros, Jade alchemizes a number of items. And tosses in her dead dream self, which Grandpa had retrieved from the battlefield and stuffed many years ago. Beck Sprite becomes Jade Sprite, but Jade is not pleased by the transformation. She releases the typical First Guardian pyrotechnics. The lab plummets, crushing the column and greenhouse below. It bounces away from the house, rolling into a large snowball and sits near a green sub. The two Jades sit in the set of dismay in a glow of a damaged fourth wall. As the clock ticks down to the titular event, the critical event, the most important character in Homestuck sits and watches the pandemonium ensue. And then the second most important character in Homestuck positions a city drawing of himself in front of a typewriter. Highlighting all that white text crashed my browser. Sorry, why don't we get back to what's going on the other side of the coat? These poor girls are upset and emotional, and we kind of left them hanging. Ugh, what happened? Boo hoo 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 hoo. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? What did I do? Jade? Boo hoo hoo. What is the matter? Why are you so sad? What did you do to me? I prototyped you and brought you back. No, should I not have? No, you shouldn't have. This is overwhelming and awful. It is? Yes, it's hard to describe what it's like. It's too much for me. And the sun, it's way too big and bright, and I can't stop seeing it. It won't go away. That's terrible. I'm really sorry. I guess I did not think this through. Can this be undone? I was happy where I was with my friends. I want to go back. I don't think that it can be undone. Well, now I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself either. I think I'll just go somewhere else and be alone. I think I can travel anywhere, but all I'd like to do is go back, and I wonder if there's a way. I mean, you can, not yet at least. I know why you're upset, Jade, but I brought you back for a reason. We need your help. Well, all of us here, Dave and Rose and John. John! Oh no, John! Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Poor John, I'd forgotten about him. It was so long ago. I put that sad memory behind me. After we died, I looked all over for him, but I couldn't find him. I was so lonely, but I finally got over it when I met my friends, and now they're gone too. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. But John didn't die. I saved him. You saved him, remember? He pushed him out of the way of Prospect's moon at the last minute, and he's okay now. Oh God, Prospect. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you making me remember? It was so beautiful that it was all destroyed before I even knew what was going on, and so many nice people were killed. I know, Jade. I was there too. These were both of our memories. The Queen, did she survive? And a ring. I was protecting her ring. What happened to it? I was waiting for John to wake up. I was so sure it was going to be soon. And I had to show him around CrossFit. I had just so many things planned and show so many friends to introduce him to. He was my best friend, and I was looking forward to meeting him for so long. But then it all burned down, and everyone died, and the moon fell, and boo hoo 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 hoo. Woof. I don't want to be here. I have to go back, but I don't know how. Can you help me? You want me to help you die again? Yes, I can't take this. I wasn't ready to come back. Okay, I know this is my fault, but that is a really hard thing to ask me to do. Even if it was possible with the way you are now, I don't think I could go through it. I never did tell you why I brought you back. If you attempt what I wanted to do in the first place, you might end up getting what you want, because it was always going to be risky anyway. You remember the guy who destroyed Prospect? He's the reason I brought you here. He has the same powers as you have, making him unbeatable to us, but maybe not to you. So you could go find him and... You want me to fight him? Are you crazy? Do I look like I'm ready to fight anybody? I can't fight anybody. Jade, I'm scared and confused and sad, and I wouldn't even know how to begin fighting that horrible guy. I'd be too afraid of him to even go fight him. But I thought you wanted to die. I don't want him to kill me. You just don't understand. Boo-hoo-hoo. There's a lot at stake here. Don't change the subject. I mean, don't you remember what this was all about? What you were working for? What we were working for all those years before you died? What we saw in the clouds? What the Queen told us? How could you not remember John survived? We both saw him in a cloud. He was in his dream suit and awake, reading our letter. Didn't you think about that? What does it matter? All of it was a lie. What we saw in the clouds and all that. None of that meant anything. What? How can you say that? It was a nice life, but everything we did led to nothing. John and I both died, and eventually I accepted that and moved on. John didn't die! I just told you he didn't. I knew I was kind of ditzy and forgetful in my dreams, but now I don't know what to think. I guess you're a part of me. You are who I was when I slept. But it makes me sad to think like I act like this. I would like to think that even when I was sad and scared, if I was put in a position when everyone depended on me, I would put all those feelings aside and do what's right. Even though you don't want to be, you're here now and there are people who need you. There's still something worth fighting for. No, not for me there isn't. There is nothing but death and sadness and destruction here. There is no hope. I don't see anything worth fighting for. That is so selfish. I can't believe at this. How could you say those things? Don't you remember what the Queen told us? They would eventually build a new world and build a future together with their friends. Don't you remember exciting? Yes, but it was just a story. It was never going to come true. Yes, it will. Some of us... The ones who still have hope are fighting for that right now. How can you be have such a negative outlook on absolutely everything? Stop being such a damn Jade going off! We both had the exact same experience, and look at me, keeping my head up, See, you don't even have the full picture because you checked out early. You didn't have to stand by as Beck gave Jack his powers when you might have been able to stop that, and you didn't have to watch as Jack became so strong and you could appear and kill anyone you loved at any moment. And you didn't have to see a Dave lying in his own blood. What? Dave? He died too? You aren't allowed to cry about that because you didn't see it. That's the whole point. You're just looking for any excuse to be sad and it's useless and starting to piss me off. For God's sake, will you shut up and pull yourself together? You are driving me crazy! Go off, Jade! Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Shut up! Attention, Arlie. Please stop weeping and no beating the shit out of that self-prototype Lucia Sprite. Stop doing one of those things as long enough to answer me. Please. Pretty polite Earth, please. Who am I kidding? I'm wasting my time. Holy fuck, you answered me. Yes, I'm going crazy here. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm almost actually relieved to talk to you. Or really anybody besides that lunatic. She's driving me nuts. Oh yeah? How so? Everything here seems to be proceeding rationally. What seems to be the problem? Mess, Jade, it looks like you're the one who's joking. Your highball rolled down a beautiful winter hill and you're spending quality time with family. You're gonna have to fill me in on the nature of the problem. I made the mistake of prototyping my dream self who's been dead for years, and she's completely crazy and there's no talking sense into her. As in, interesting. How very, very fucking interesting indeed. Gaster if he was written by Vivzy Pop? I'm, I'm sorry, Felgaster? What are you getting at? What do you mean, what am I getting at? I'm getting at whatever interesting gets at. I'm listening to your problem. I understand why she's upset, but she's completely unsolvable and won't listen to reason, and I guess I could deal with that, but the frustrating is that she's actually me, and I don't really think I would act like that. What other sequence of letter would you have me to use my register my fascination? What do you find so fascinating? I'm just trying to understand. I'm being sensitive about it instead of a raging fuck ass. Isn't that what you want? Yes, it is. And if you don't believe me, just ask future you, assuming that conversation doesn't make you cry as well. Now tell me about your feelings. How did this make you feel? At first I was sad because she made me remember all the sad thing that happened, but I'm trying to be strong about all this so we can move forward. And if I can't, why can't she? She just went on and on and on and on and started getting angry. And I started getting angry. I said stop getting fucking What is that supposed to mean? Is that supposed to be some sort of Halo and Goofy teeth? Are you making fun of me? No, you're looking at it backward. Those are my horns. Oh, haha, oops. So if I understand, you're angry at a version of yourself from a different point of time because she's being an overly emotional shithead who's basically the most revolting, loathing piece of shit filthy you've ever met. Am I following? Don't you find the situation the slightest bit interesting? Considering, wasn't it that long ago that either of our perspectives that you were ripping on me and my smug witbag future self for arguing with each other? Oh, come on, this is nothing like that. Well, she's actually insane. Oh, I see it. And all those idiot past and future carcats are? But those are you. I'm not her. Oh, aren't you? You just said you were. I heard that. So tell me, how is this even the slightest a bit different? I don't know. It's just... Yes, I'm curious. Go on. How? Oh my god, you're right. So I guess then... What? What? Self-cessed? Huh? It just means you're a sane, rational person, and there might be more hope for you yet. So me arguing with my dream self and smacking her around while screaming at her makes me sane. Yes, it means all your hideous flaws disgust you. You are right to be disgusted. It's most than most people can say for themselves. Really, congratulations are in order. Haha, wow, you are so weird. Congratulations into just maybe an apology, don't you think? You want me to apologize? What, for calling you crazy for arguing with yourself? Would you really kill you to consider it? After taking so much crap from you for all those years, forget it. I'm not apologizing. Dead Dream Dog Jade, is that you? You're sounding a bit hysterical. You should calm down. Shut up. Well, if you can manage to get your aneurysm under control, maybe you realize I didn't specify to whom an apology was in order, idiot. I guess this apology was going to go one way or another. And let's face it, I was being the worst kind of phlegm blubber bone out of the nosy... So, I'm sorry. But to be fair, it was my past self who was giving you such a hard time, and he's completely deranged. Okay, I appreciate the thought of an apology, but I don't know if it really counts if you're just going to pawn off responsibility on your past self again. Maybe your present self should own up to it. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He, being mean, is owning up to what a fucking shitty asshole past me was and continue to be. Lame. Yes, I know it's lame, or that you think it's lame when I say shit like this. Because remember, I've been talking to you from the future, and I don't... No, you don't... Cotton to my PCG stupidity. But you see, you don't know that yet. Or more specifically, you don't know that I know that you know that yet. So I'm kind of pulling a fast one here. Would you stop it with all that nonsense and owning up to being terrible? Yeah, I'm going to. The thing is, I kind of misrepresented myself. I'm not as much as a scumbag as I was so determined to make out with myself to be. Make myself out to be. I really don't know why I trolled you like that so persistently. For some reason, I just knew that I had to. Even if it meant digging myself into a huge hole with you and everyone else that would be hard to climb out of. And practically everything I said was baseless because I didn't actually know you. Just like you didn't and still don't actually know me. So I guess I'm apologizing it, like really seriously now. I, present Carcat, in the current moment, apologize on behalf of my past self, who is actually me. The guy talking right now. Like, there's no difference between those guys, okay? What? Okay, Carcat, that sounds pretty sincere to me. I don't know you. I just know the part of you that acted like a bully. I understand there can be more to a person than just the stuff that started the angry, so I'll accept your apology and give you another chance. And I apologize for calling you crazy. Obviously, I'm not in such a position. No, but you were right. I am crazy. But thanks anyway. So you say you've been talking to me from the future? Yeah, making plans and whatnot to pry ourselves out of this massive Mobius double clusterfuck. So what's the plan? Why do you want me to contact you in this moment so badly? Okay, well, the most immediate point is, you see that glowing blue screen behind you? You need to... That's literally the fourth wall, right? But... Wait, so Andrew Hussey is relevant to the story. What the fuck? But what does turning that off have to do with the plan? Is it so Andrew Hussey can't see what's happening? Why? What does it do? It's been there my whole life. I'm not going to say much about it. Suffice to say, there are some things you don't want to screw with. There are outcomes that are worse than the complete annihilation. Force is more damaging to the integrity of reality than capable of turning imagination into pure void. There are forces which, handled recklessly, would nullify the basic ability of intelligent beings in all real and hypothetical planes of existence to give a shit. All you need to do, you don't have to follow. All you need to do is turn the shit off, and then do the next thing I tell you. You were told. You could be telling me this yourself right now, but we're going on a strict no memo policy, which is your idea, of course. Did I mention how I don't like it when we argue with our past/future selves? Pretty sure I did. So I'm going along with the policy the best I can. I'm being pleasant and agreeable, and I will gently lower a magnificent column of hot fuck down the protein shoe of anyone that says otherwise. My role at the moment is to act as a sort of go between you and your future self. Your future self is deliberately vague as to not to jinx the conception of the ideas in the first place, all while the current self is kind of dumb about everything. Sorry, kind of ignorant, because stuff hasn't happened yet. It's not all that straightforward for me either, but I'm used to this sort of thing by now. It's a lot better than the moronic reverse conversation with Egbert I trapped myself into. Meanwhile, time is kind of running out here where I am. We're counting down to something looming on the Trollian timeline, and no one knows what it is. And my team is kind of falling apart, completely losing track of everyone and what they're doing. So at this point, I'm kind of going along with whatever there is to go along with, and that is you and their crazy future plans and the scratch. I don't know. I thought it was just whatever sent Jack here, but clearly it's not that simple. Aradia knew and she didn't say, and then she went and goddamn exploded. You haven't told me either because I'm not supposed to know yet. Whatever. I don't even care. Let's just do it. The blue screen. Shut it off. And then I need you to draw it. And then you size up the arcane contraption. The blue flicker of the coat's lining is arresting, but you don't know it's a coat. That would only invite more questions. Nor do you know what it shields, nor do you know what shoulders it was meant to cover. If you knew that, you would understand terror no human ever has. What? Wait, so, is this some Danganronpa V3 shit? Like, oh, if you learned your world was fictional... If you learn your world is fictional, then that is the most terrifying thing you can learn. So you should not use it. That's what this is. You suddenly wonder where Jadespread went. You wonder because I said you did. I know where you went. But I will not say. Not you can hear a word I'm saying. The coat's too thick. Wait, that also turned off that for WV? In your attempt to find an exit, you've pried some paneling off of the walls, but you are no closer to discovering the means of escape, so you've resolved to build a fort instead. You feel safe and sound in the cozy confines of your wobbly station panel walls. It should allow you to pass the time while you wait for the only source of energy you're aware of to present itself. You've humored these antics long enough. Your new queen is eager for your counsel. She wishes to know the royal itinerary she inherits. The itinerary for now is simple. She must wait for the fourth and final subject to arrive. The fifth exile, sleeping for a century in the belly of the ruins. The legendary, once staring at its beside was the legendary speaker of the vast croak. Soon the Writ Keeper will awaken and serve as new queen. It is then that his new work may begin. She would like clarification on the nature of the work, which you are happy to provide. You explain that it's very simple. As the new queen, she will be charged with bringing the Slayer to justice and rebuilding her kingdom in a new land. You explain that she'll have help. She may choose to appoint a Wastelandic Vindicator as her kingdom's hero, a warrior selected and groomed to face the Slayer with the weapon he protects. But first, there will be tidying up to do. Explosives will be needed. If only they were to appoint a Braves armament regent to her kingdom. Once the regent's task is complete, the queen must use the key to set the destination for a royal entourage, and once it's complete, the vessels must be destroyed. You interrupt whatever nonsense these silly people have planning with an extremely urgent message. I have to use the bathroom. Unfortunately, your message cannot seem to penetrate their thick carapaces. Doesn't anybody in the stupid desert speak blinking? You heard the new queen in town needs a new powder monkey on the double. As the kingdom's new regent, whatever that is, you spring into action. Now this is something you can handle. Anything to take your mind off of that terrible pointy head that fell off on the illegal statue, until you have to rig that one with bombs that too is. Dream. Oh boy, what does this say? Go to google.com, Morse code translator. What a daring dream. To combine the finest qualities of humanity with the elegance and nobility of the animal kingdom. Hi? How you wish you could know their world. What the fuck? Is this also Beck? To hear one night those muted paw pads trice up your stairs. A low but friendly growl unsettles your slumber. And as the soper seeps from your eyes. Beck? A second Beck? Or is this Beck like in the future? They detect a sharp pair of ears cutting moonlight. Oh shit, he's gonna kill you! Wait, this is Beck Noir! A mysterious woven tongue invites. Wouldn't these ears suit you? What? Would not this long, proud snout assist you in the hunt? Your dream self is becoming Beck with the uranium in your stomach. Wait, so you're also Beck Noir? Red Miles. And then you kill all these people. Wait, what the fuck is happening? A weird bug approaches. It must be your lucky day. Wait, so WV transformed into Beck Noir, right? Or no? Or are they the same? Are they the same person, or are they different people? Oh, hi! Hey, you! Just what do you think you're planning on doing with that ring? Oh, you're gonna steal the glowing eye? You're gonna steal the glowing eye from WV, the ring from whatever it is, forget it. You're stealing it from WV? The Slayer's mine. Oh! So he became Bec Noir to be powerful enough to kill. He became another Bec to be powerful enough to kill Bec Noir, but Vriska wants to be the one to kill him. So Vriska's like, hey, I'm gonna steal it from you. Okay. I think that's what's going on. Now wake up. I said wake. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Wait, is my audio working? I need to make sure my audio is working. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Get my friends out here. Funny Undertale reference. I can't believe this song invented Undertale. This Homestuck invented Undertale. I can't believe Undertale invented Homestuck. Wait, why are you fighting him? What? Durst? Wait, this is when you kill all... Jack Noir killed all the Durst people. Oh! So they're showing us this moment. It's when he killed all the Durst people. Oh, hell yeah, we're so back. And then... What the fuck are you doing? What? Huh? Wait, so the thing exploding awoke Aradia's dream self. What if that symbol? What is going on? What? You freeze him? Oh, wait! 314. Now it's 314. This is earlier. With God Mode Vriska. Oh, this is their fight! What? Oh shit! Tavros! He's fucking dead! For what? Just because you're doing a little trolling? Can you tell me what happened? What do you think happened? What do you think happened? What do you think happened? I have no fucking idea. I will say, though, that this is the best version of Megalovania, and I will still die on that hill. I prefer the Homestuck Megalovania to the Undertale one. I just, the craziness of it just hits home more for me. It's my personal favorite version of Megalovania. Maybe tied with the Smash Bros. Remix, because the Smash Bros. Remix is also really good. But I don't know, there's just something about this version that I like so much. Play the song again. I need to understand what happened. So this is 413 before the big event. 413 before the big event. Jack Noir kills Dream Aradia or whatever she's called. And Dream Nepeta. I think that's Nepeta. Not Aradia. Whatever her face is. Kills him too. I mostly want an excuse to watch this again. And then destroys Girth. But destroying Girth, you waken sleeping Aradia. Because the bot explodes, and that wakes up sleeping Aradia, Dream Aradia. And then that lets you go God mode, like God tier, like Vriska did. And then you and Jack Noir fight. And you trap him in like some time vortex at 413.00. Then at 314, Vriska is here doing something. Fighting Tavros. And she murders Tavros. Land already. 241.38. Dead. But why, though? My question is why? Why does Vriska want to... And then Darkness. You have one lead to your investigation, but she hasn't been very helpful so far. And that is actually going to be where I end the stream for today. I could stream for another hour, but I have really nothing I want to do. Unless my friends are doing something right now. No, they aren't. Okay. My question is why, though? My question is why, though? That's where we're going to end the stream for today. I can only read Homestuck for like maximum 2 hours before my voice starts to hurt, and I still have class today, so I want to like have my voice available for that. Who's live right now? No one. All right, bye bye.